All right, hey guys, we're back here. Appreciate you guys coming by. I'm going to show you guys the Ioptron polar scope here, and what I'm going to do is just walk you through kind of the configuration of how what I found. It took me some time to get this thing figured out. I'm not going to lie. I have custom computers that are here. We have custom built machines, so it was definitely tricky for me. And of course, I've got a lot of other things going on, maybe more than most, because I have these computers that are running cameras and various webcams, and obviously we're streaming with various cameras and those kind of things. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to, what I found to make sure you get your install correct. Now, obviously, this is going to vary with machine to machine, from Windows versions that you have. I am running, let me just show you this real quick. Let me just go to, not here. I want to go to System and then About. So just so you see, I've got an i7-7820X series X399 motherboard. I'm pretty loaded out, 48 gigs of RAM, but I'm running Windows 10 Pro version 1803. So it's kind of one of the later versions, and I tend to do my updates with Windows. So just so you know, this is the later version. So if you have an earlier version, you're going to have to just kind of go back and do some research. So because when you go to Ioptron's website, there are different versions for the actual mount control and those kind of things. So basically, for the iPolar, I was able to get the camera to talk easily. Like, I plugged it in, it took the USB, I was able to hit connect here, and it immediately started giving me signal. The problem that I had was I couldn't get it to read the mount. So like right now, here's the mount control. So if I wanted to control the mount, it would not let me do that. It was giving me errors, and I was having problems with that. And that's what I'm going to go through too with you guys, mainly on that too, just so you guys can see, because you don't want to just connect to the iPolar. You want to be able to use the mount, correct? So I also have, I got the mount set up outside. There's no counterweight on it. It's just literally pointed true north here. I think that right there is the North Star, is Polaris in there, and so I'm pretty sure when I look at a raw image, it's kind of the brightest star. So so that's Polaris, I believe, sitting in there. And you're gonna find this thing, it plate solves, it doesn't, plate solves, it doesn't. So I found that, like, right now it was plate solved, and I came back and it's not. So like, my red cross is here, but my red dot is gone. So one thing I found, that sometimes if I just restart it, it'll actually plate solve. So again, this thing's kind of new, but and it tends to be a little bit buggy, but the fact is it's a computer stuff, so you guys know how that goes. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down real quick for now, and I'm just going to go through the install to show you guys kind of what I found, and I've got these pages selected for you guys. So essentially, this thing uses an ASCOM driver mainly. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to your ascomstandards.org. Now, I will put these links in the underneath the YouTube video. I'm going to upload this video. I will put the links down below for each one of these pages for you guys. So, but you see it says ASCOM platform 6.4, so you want to download that. This is kind of the latest and greatest ASCOM driver, so you want to be running that anyway, because for a lot of different things, if you guys are running, you're going to be wanting to use the standard kind of the ASCOM stuff that's out there. There's various cameras, there's various things that are out there that utilize ASCOM drivers, stuff like that. So this is kind of the first thing you want to do, is get your ASCOM drivers going and get that installed, which is what I did. And then the next thing that I went to, and this is where I was getting into trouble, is at Ioptron, there are some various drivers for Commander. Commander is the actual software that you use iPolar with, that are in there. And I found some various ones. You can see CEM40 is listed in this one. So if you just do an iPolar search at Ioptron, you see this iPolar electronic. There's a scope itself. So just select that, and then here to support documents, and you'll see software. But actually, you know what? Where is it? Actually, that wasn't it. This was. I'm sorry. It was. Where was it? ASCOM drivers. Is that what I typed in there? Oh, did I type in? I believe I typed in CEM40. I'm just trying to see how I got to you guys for you to see. Yeah, install drivers. So you can get the drivers. Now, what I found, let me go back to where I was at, and I'm going to put this link for this actual link that's here. What I found was, this is where I was having problems. My .NET framework right here, which is kind of programming language that Windows uses for various, if you're using different applications, different software, it's kind of the programming languages that allow these things to talk to each other. I had an earlier version. I didn't have 4.8. 4.8 tends to be the latest and greatest. So before I installed this, I actually went and just typed in, you know, .NET. Like if you just type in .NET framework in your Google, and they'll say, you know, right here you can, you know, click on this link, and you see right here this runtime, and you want to click this and go ahead and download and install the latest .NET driver in there, because that's what it says right here. It says control via ASCOM 6.4, which is what we're using here, 6.4, and then the .NET framework of 4.8 or later. So, well, that's 4.7.2. I'm sorry. We want 4.8, 4.8. So there's the one we want. So that's the link I'm going to put for you guys. So we wanted the 4.8 version is what you want to run on that thing. So you want to install that, and then you want to go ahead and install your Commander ASCOM driver. Okay, and that will give you when you install that, it's going to give you this, you know, this Polar Ioptron Polar software to be able to run. Then you can connect your camera. Okay, so now I have a hub that I have out there that I'm running, you know, multiple USBs to, and when I plugged the thing in, I kept getting an error that said the last USB. This error was coming up. Last USB device you connected to this computer malfunction. Windows does not recognize it. Now, it did this on my laptop. It did this on my various machines, so it wasn't specific to my main Asteroid Hunter computer that we have with the 6 screens that we have going on here. So it did it on all my machines. Now, what I did was I researched, and I found this really nice video that this gentleman put out here that shows you how to basically troubleshoot this thing. And you can go through, and there's various methods. What I found was I had to go into the actual control panel and adjust the power setting on the USB. Let me see here. I'm trying to remember what I did in there. Power options. So, and you want to go to change. Okay, so I went into the control panel, and I went into hardware and internet, and I went into, oh, not hardware and internet, hardware and sound. And then I went into power options, and I went to change plan settings, and I went to change the advanced power settings. And I had to adjust this USB setting, and I had to disable this. This was enabled. So I did some tweaks in here for the power for the USB, and then all of a sudden the hub started working beautifully. Now, that may not be your problem. You may have to do some driver uninstall. I will leave a link to this video. This guy is gracious enough to have kind of a cool, you know, like 6 or 7 methods you can try to see what works and what doesn't. You can run Troubleshooter on Windows, you know, which works pretty well. You can troubleshoot certain things, so you can run that. A lot of different things. So if your USB is giving you problems when you're trying to run your mount and your camera at the same time, here's a link to a video that helped me. Okay, so I will make sure you guys have that down below. So you have these 3 things installed. We've got our ASCOM platform. We've got our .NET updated. Now we have our Commander software installed. So then what you would do is, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to come back to this actual, because what we have to do is we have to get these positions confirmed, so the chip knows where the center is on this thing when it's creating its polar alignment. But I will come back to that. So let me go to IPolar here, and I'm going to launch this thing. And basically the first thing I want to do is you're going to hit connect, and it should initialize the camera, and it does initialize the camera. And it's See, I already did an alignment with this thing the other night. So this red dot and this red cross means that it is basically plate solved. And what I have to do just to get my alignment done is go outside at this point, because it says all positions confirmed. That means that I have basically confirmed all 3 of these positions in the tripod. I already did that. So it's remembering what I did the other night. And what I would do is go outside and take my azimuth and elevation adjustments and just adjust those to be able to get that cross right into that red dot is what you would do. And then you would basically have this thing aligned, okay? So, but what I'm going to do is, so that's the camera. And then you go into settings here. And I want to read, now remember there's a GPS that's on the actual CEM40 that's out there. So for it to read that site location, you want to have that in there. You would basically click this read location from mount, and it's going to go and say, hey, what driver do you want to use? Now, there's various drivers that it comes up with, but it does default to the ASCOM driver if you have all that stuff installed correctly. At least it did for me. If it did not, you need to select that, okay? And then you just hit OK, and then boom, it now has get longitude from the mount succeeded. So it just pulled that from there. Now here's the mount control. So I can actually control the mount if I wanted to via these controls right here. So now I know I have slew control. I have complete control of the mount itself via the software, via Commander. So I have my IPolar going, and then I have that. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to clear this whole rotation. So we'll try to do this from start to finish for you guys so you can see how you do it, and hopefully it works. I can't guarantee it, but we're going to take a shot at it. Okay, so I'm going to clear this rotation center. I'm going to clear everything out of here. Okay, and then I'm going to hopefully let me see if this will come back up. Okay, so now it's wanting to confirm position. Now, so what I have to do before I do this, I have to go basically set the mount to this first position. So you see how we actually have this thing turned on its axis here, and then we're going to do position 1 and position 3. So we're going to do that first and foremost. But so when it's plate solved and it sees that it's plate solved, this red dot will appear. So when the red dot appears, that means it's good and you could actually hit the confirm position. But right now, if you see, the mount is actually sitting straight up and down. It's in position 2. It's not in position 3. So I'm going to go outside here, and I'm going to adjust the mount to position 1, which will basically be this position. And then we'll try to do a plate solve with that and see if we can get it going. So let me go out there. Okay, so you can see that I have the position now of the tripod is in that position. So let me do this. I'm going to just start this. Let me go back here. I'm going to start this over one more time here. So we're starting from scratch. This will be basically from position 1. We're going to do a connect. And hopefully it initializes. Sometimes you got to restart this thing to get it going. Sometimes it goes quick, sometimes it does not want to. So what it might want to do is take a dark frame. So let's see what it does here, but let me get this thing going. Okay, there it goes. Boom, so it plate solved. Now, when you first start this thing up, guys, it's going to ask you for a dark frame. So what you have to do is put the cap on the camera itself, take one dark frame, and then you're good. And then you pull the cap off, okay? And if you click this button, then it'll just auto load the last dark frame you took, which I had taken a dark frame, so it's not asking me for that. So now you see that it's giving me the red dot, so it's showing that it's plate solve has succeeded. So whenever that red dot appears, that means that it's succeeded with the plate solve. So we can confirm this position, which basically we have that tripod is set for that first position. That's there. And you can see that is this position that we have, and we're going to basically confirm that position. And then what we'll do is we'll go outside and we'll do position 2. So we've confirmed the axis. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go out to position 2. So let me go adjust it. Okay, and it's plate solved. And again, it's reading the mount, so it knows what's going on with the mount itself as far as the position of it. Let me so it knows the coordinates and how the mount is configured. Okay, so let me go back here. So I'm going to hide this so you guys can see. So you see our red dot has come up. Okay, confirming the position. So this is now correct for this. And again, once you've done this, guys, as long as you're kind of setting up in the same location every time, you don't have to do this again. It will remember this. Now, when you set up, it's going to come up with the red cross when you're in your setup position, and you'll have to adjust your azimuth and stuff on the actual mount to get the cross into the red dot. You'll have to do that every time, but this whole position thing right here where we're actually confirming, what we're doing is showing the chip so the chip knows where center's at, is what Ioptron had told me today. So but you only have to do this one time unless you change locations. If you change locations, say you're out in the field somewhere else, you're going to want to do this. Okay, so we're going to confirm that position, and then what we'll do is go to 3. Okay, now we're trying to get position 3, so let's see if it'll actually plate solve. I can't promise you it will. Sometimes it's quirky. So let's see what it does here. Hopefully it'll do something. Sometimes if you increase the gain, you might get some more stars in there. This is why we do these videos, guys, just to show you that sometimes not everything works perfectly. So it's trying to plate solve. It won't do it in that final position. So what I might do is I might stop it, close the software, and reopen it. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it will remember where it was at. Because sometimes you do this, and then you reconnect it. And it'll plate solve. So it wants to confirm position 1. So let's try that one more time. So let me go back out here. Okay, so there's position 1. We're going to confirm that one. Let's go to position 2. Switch the camera here. Okay, there's position 2. And then we're going to go to position 3 here, see what she does. And it just will not plate solve that last position. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this mount. It says, does not show after you've done the first position. It indicates your initial mount polar limit's fairly close. So it could be that we're too close to the star. So we're going to move it over just a little bit, slightly, and see what happens there. Let me do this. Stand by a second. What's that? Okay. might have to stop this thing down and start over. It's not working. Just get it to plate solve. Okay, it wants to arrow. Oh. Okay, there it is. Confirm position 3. Okay, so what I did, guys, was basically there's the red cross. So essentially what I did was sometimes if it's a little too close to Polaris and it's not quite picking up the stars, it'll actually not quite get all the positions in there. So what I ended up doing was I moved the thing around. I went outside and moved it slightly, just away from the star just a little bit, and then it was able to basically confirm the position. So what you're going to have to do, that's literally what I was doing, is I was finagling the tripod and got it working, is what I did there. So you know, I would probably stop this video down and start over, but you know what? This is just real life here at Asteroid Hunters, man. This is what we do. So so basically what I ended up doing was I went outside and I kind of slid the tripod around just a little bit. Now, I got a little bit too far away from Polaris, and this thing, what this thing did is there's some arrows that came up that was pointing me to move the tripod back into the direction. So when it was plate solving, it was saying, hey, you need to move this way or that way, you know, and it was making me push the thing around a little bit. So so you're gonna find that you might get some arrows on this thing that'll tell you that you need to move your tripod over a little bit because you're too far away from the actual north, you know, the north that you're pointed towards. So it will tell you as it plate solves, hey, you know what, you need to move your tripod over, you know, to your left or to your right or up or down or those kinds of things. So so yeah, and you can see like it plate solved and it stopped. So what I'll do is I'll restart this thing again here, and I'm just going to hit connect, and it will remember all of my initializations that I did because it says all positions confirmed, and there's my red dot. So what I will do is go outside here, and I'm going to just put the thing up straight up. And you can see basically now it's showing this red dot and cross. So now what I would do is go out and actually adjust the azimuth screws to basically get that thing a little bit closer, and the actual altitude adjustment. Hey Brandon, are you in here? So what I would, you know, this is the time I'd probably go and hook a laptop up to it, but I'm gonna have my son come over here and I'll show you what if he comes over here. I'm going to text him. He's in the other room. But yeah, basically you would adjust the azimuth screws on this thing to get this cross into this dot. You want to get this thing lined up, and once it's lined up, then you have everything is confirmed on the thing. So and you can see, let me show you what that looks like. There's a picture of it. So what'll happen is as you get closer, I'm going to go adjust those screws on there to get that closer, and so it's gonna, as it gets closer, it'll zoom in, and the idea is to get this cross kind of in the middle of this thing. So what we want to do, so go ahead and let me know which direction I'm going.
Oh, you're trying to do that. Okay.
Like we did the other night.
Yep.
Hang on, let me loosen this.
Yeah, away from the dot. It's moving to the left on the screen from the dot. Keep going. Keep going. More. More. Okay, stop for a second. Gotta let the dot reappear. Okay, move a little bit more. Same way.
Go ahead and put the camera on me so they see what I'm doing real quick.
Okay. Okay, stop right there.
Adjusting the asthma screws, guys, right now.
So you're gonna go down whatever way we did earlier to get the star up. That's what you're gonna do. Go for it.
I'm going to go this way. Am I going the right way?
Yeah. Stop. Okay, keep going. You see it now. More. 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 Okay, stop. Now you gotta go the other way just a little bit. Just past it.
Back the other way?
Back the other way a little bit. Past it a little. More. More. Okay, stop. Oh, you were close. Okay, back down. Small adjustments. Down. Down. No, I mean back, like, down. Like, when you were going down earlier. More. Okay, you're close. Okay. Now we gotta go to the left for me. I don't know what that is for you. No, other way. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Stop. Oh, you passed it. Back the other way a little. Small adjustments. More. A little bit more. Little more. Stop. How's that? Come check it out.
Is it kind of zoomed in?
Yeah, it's massively zoomed in.
Great. I just wanted to see that.
Okay.
Great. Okay, as you can see, guys, so basically, I mean, normally I'd have a laptop out there and you just visually do it. I kept this thing connected to this so we could see it in the stream. But you can see basically you're just getting that cross pretty much lined up. We could fine tune it a little bit more here and get it really dialed in if we wanted to, but you get the idea, you know. And basically we just confirm all positions on that thing, you know, and it's all set. So that's basically how you get that thing aligned, and your iPolar is good to go at this point, you know. So that's pretty much how you do it. The big thing is just the most important thing is going through and making sure that you have the actual drivers that are on here. So it is a little bit finicky. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like you saw that I was basically, you know, closing the software once in a while, opening it up to get it to plate solve. Sometimes it would take a little bit of time. But the problem that we had earlier was I needed to just adjust the tripod a little bit, because it says right here, and again, this manual, I'll put this manual up on the link too. It says right here, where is it at? It says if confirmed position 2 does not show after you've done the first position, it indicates that your initial mount polar alignment is fairly close. So we're a little too close to the actual Polaris, so it was having a hard time reading. So, and it's part of the arc. Like it needs multiple points to be able to configure the arc of the 3 positions. So please move the mount further away the center and do it again. So that's what I did. I moved the mount a little bit away from that. I had that North Pole, that Polaris star kind of sitting in the middle of the frame. So I moved it out slightly, and then I was able to get all 3 positions. So when this lights up, you click it. If the next one doesn't light up, then you know that you know, I read this, and this is where it says right here in the manual. So, you know, make sure this manual, you guys can read through this. This kind of covers some stuff as well about how to get this going. But again, this whole 3 alignment position, you only do that once. Okay, you don't have to do that again. Basically, you'll fire this thing up. So like right now, if I was to start again, I'd fire this thing up. You know, and plate solve. It'll give me the cross. Now it's aligned, right? So, but if I set up for the first, you know, tomorrow, I'll say I set up, then that red dot could be away from the actual, you know, cross itself. So all I would be doing is adjusting those azimuth screws, the actual elevation of the tripod itself. So, but once you've done that whole 3 position thing. So, okay, guys. So that's kind of the video on the IPolar. Hope you guys like that. Again, I'm going to put all the links to all the stuff down below so you guys have it. And feel free to contact Ioptron, man. If you guys have questions or concerns, call them. They're definitely great down there. Also, the guys at Woodland Hills Camera and Telescope can help you. I know Darren down there also has a CEM40 he uses as well. Simon, I believe, pretty versed in this stuff. So feel free to contact those guys. Again, the promo code Asteroid Hunter in the checkout of telescopes.net, and you'll receive a discount on your order there. Appreciate you guys watching the channel. Thanks for your support. And again, we don't edit anything here. We just kind of do a live stream. Things happen, and you know what? We're just kind of showing people real life. It's my son and I, man. So we're gracious enough to have so grateful to have telescopes.net supporting us, and Farah and the team down there, and grateful that we get to try some of this equipment, and we'll make some videos on how to use it. So feel free to also check out the Discord as well. You guys can also leave, you know, questions, stuff in here on the Discord. You can ask questions in here about any kind of thing. We've got stuff, gear stuff. We're going to try to have Brian Cogdale on in the next few weeks. So I'll leave a link for that as well. And appreciate you guys coming by, and enjoy the rest of your week. I know it's been hot, and sorry it's taken me so long to get some videos up. We have literally had clouds for 2 weeks. It's been rainy. Now it's hot, and we had school stuff going on, a lot of things happening, so I didn't have any time, but I wanted to get this thing out for you guys. All right, you guys have a great evening, and thanks for watching. Take care.